welcome. Hey, Paul. How's it going?
Hello. Good. How are you?
Good, good, good. It's Wednesday. I've been live what feels like all day. So now is a great time to ask your question because I'm punchy. I'm a little tired. I might just admit all kinds of things. Who knows? Who knows? Uh, I've been uh, uh, I've been watching. Huge shout out to our friend Mary Lou Mandel, who is incredible. She has this. I'm gonna plug this quickly because I've just been loving it. She has this community called the Video Creator Club. Video Creator Club. You can find out more about it if you look up Mary Lou Mandel or Video Creator. I think it's videocreator.club. But I've been learning CapCut, so I've been working my way through CapCut thanks to all those incredible videos. And because I'm on a kick to just try to get just a little bit better. I've been watching the videos on my big TV while I walk on the treadmill. So I'm winning. I'm winning all along. I'm learning and I'm moving. So I got about 15 minutes in before we jumped on today. So I'm feeling pretty good. I'm gonna finish this video by the end of the day. Hey Brandy Joe, how's it going?
Hey,
Welcome,
Brandy.
welcome. Yeah,
Yeah, I caught her
videocreator.club.
yesterday.
Yeah. Mhm.
I caught her stream yesterday, just towards the end, but it's
Yeah.
very good. I like her. She's always very good at explaining stuff and very laid back, and
Yeah.
always fun watching her shows.
Yeah, she has a really nice way of making it feel very approachable. Yes, multiple Katie shows in one day. Bonus, bonus, bonus. And I rearranged my studio a bit, so I'm feeling good in my space. I was gonna take a photo because it was I have a window over this away. And I have a blind on it, but it's like a blind meant for not a studio. And so it was like letting in these pockets of light. So I did a quick fix this morning because I didn't notice it until it was too late to do anything serious about it. So I just taped paper in front of the window panes, but it's done just enough to solve the problem. But I like dealing with lighting, I'm gonna say, because you can visually see it. So like I could like turn the computer towards me and I could see like what the camera was seeing. So I could like something in front of it and be like, nope, that didn't do it. That didn't do it. That did it. And be able to immediately see. Or I often will touch my face. Like I'll be like, where is the light coming from? And then I know what side it's on it because sometimes it's kind of hard to exactly tell. But lighting is the easiest for me. Maybe it's just because it's
I like it
easier.
when I record at night because
Yeah.
the sun doesn't come in, but I
Mm-hmm.
have these strange windows, and one of them is huge. It's probably 8 foot wide and probably 7 foot tall. And I thought about putting a blackout drape on it too,
Hmm.
but that's Maestro's like view of the world.
Oh
So if I
no! Don't do that.
block it, then he's not going to look out, and he will try to figure out how he can look out because I can't put the blinds down because
Yeah.
he'll peer through the slats in the blinds. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out a workaround that makes both of us happy.
Yeah. That can be tricky. That can definitely be tricky. All right. Well, before we pop in, I put this at the beginning, but okay, here it is. Big, super blocking all of us. Hang on as I readjust the size of this. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I'll just pop this in between the two of us while we're hanging out. This is Paul was good enough to create a survey for us. So if you hang out with us now or on any of our shows, we want your feedback. So definitely spend a little time with our survey over here. Whoop, whoop, and answer a bunch of questions on like what content you like. Too many shows, not enough shows, want to see more of this thing, less of this thing. What do you timing wise? Answer all those questions so that we can plan for next year. Yeah, Paul's dropped already the link in. Well, what can we talk about today, Paul? I've been in the world of Zoom lately. I've been having a lot of fun. I'm learning a ton. I'm gonna do a behind the scenes on Friday. So if any
Fun.
of you are around on Friday and you want to know how to do some of the Zoom production work, like how to run a Ecamm for Zoom webinar or how to mix Ecamm and Zoom together for some different kinds of productions, definitely join us for that because I really have enjoyed kind of playing around with it. But it is Doc, cover your ears. It is more technical, I think, than running a live stream. I think it's more technical than just recording a video. So if you're the kind of person who like has a voice in the back of your mind that's like, I'm not a technical person, then I think that like adding on another software and trying to manage both of them at once can be a little bit much. But if you break it down and walk through it, especially if you can bring a friend with you, it actually isn't all that big a deal, and it feels really awesome when like on the other
Yeah.
side of it, the things that you can produce and how you can reach people is really neat. So worth playing around with, if it's something that's important to you.
Several people I've worked with kind of freak out because suddenly you've got all these windows, but
Mm-hmm.
realistically, you don't have any more windows than you have when you're open Ecamm and then you open Zoom. It's just that they're all coming from, one source. It's easier on your computer because you're not running multiple programs. But once you played with it and got it, done it a couple times, as Katie said, it's easy and it's a lot of fun. Several of us have kind of like veered away from using interview mode to use Zoom. I
Mm-hmm.
do a show in the Ecamm Live Academy with Val twice a week.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the kind of cons of using Zoom is you don't have that channel in the beginning when you go live that you can talk to your co-host or the guest and stuff before you go live. You lose that. So what we do is I start out with interview mode open and I have Zoom open. Zoom is what's feeding the actual stream. So I mute the Zoom channel and then we do our talking through interview while the countdown is happening. We can still talk to each other. And as soon as the timer runs out a couple seconds before, I disconnect from interview. And then when we go live, I'm now over in Zoom and then we just carry on as normal. The only thing I have to deal with is when I talk, I hear my voice coming from the interview and I hear my voice coming from the Zoom side. So I have to get used to kind of hearing two of me for, the period of time until we go live, but it works pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's worth playing around with. I did you will all laugh at me. So I also have been using Zoom as my interview tool for a lot more of my stuff. And so my podcast I do on Thursday nights, I now bring Nat in through Zoom. And I same thing. I'm only ever using my laptop. So I only have a very small like window with which is filled with all these different things. And in the Zoom window, in the Ecamm for Zoom window in Ecamm, it brings up like another Zoom window, right? Where like all your people are and whatever. And it's just me and Nat. And I was like, oh, so I've been like, I was sliding it to like the bottom of the screen and trying to like move it out of the way. And then there's a little button that just says hide the window. And I was like, hide the window. Yes. So I pressed that, terrified that it would do, something crazy, but it just hid the window and we were totally fine because we were both in my main window of Ecamm. So we were chatting away. So it is funny. Sometimes even I am, I'm like, oh, what happens if I push that? And I don't, I'm in a non,
The other,
I don't want to mess it up. You don't want to look dumb.
uh,
So, but it worked great.
there's an app out there called Moom, Moom,
Mm-hmm.
and it basically controls your windows, kind of helps you organize and put windows where you want them to be. What you can do is you can take Moom and you can have a keyboard assignment that you click and all of a sudden a certain set of windows will come up, and then when you want to get to the Zoom windows or all that stuff, you click another key combination and now your Ecamm window goes behind and now you have your Zoom windows in front, so you can
Mm-hmm.
assign all these different key combinations to move your screens around to work with you. And you could put them, if you have a stream deck, you could assign them to a stream deck button. But then you can have, even though you only have one screen, you have all these different window arrangements. So windows go away, other windows come in place at
Mm-hmm.
the push of a button or the
Yeah.
push of a keystroke, which helps.
Yeah, that would make a big difference actually. I'm always not that I'm forgetting that the Stream Deck exists, but I'm not as good at it as
Yeah,
I should
Moom
be
is
probably.
is a lifesaver.
All right, I'm gonna move this up because I'm gonna take this question from Saeed. Saeed is asking, Saeed's been hanging out with Neil and Martin, which is awesome. I love it. So Neil and Martin told Saeed that Ecamm has an integrated timer. Can you explain how it works as if you're talking to an 8-year-old or a non-Ecamm user? Hey, Ecamm users can be 8 years old too. Let's all right. So I hope I'm understanding your question. If I go off the deep end, please just pull me back. But all right, over here into live demo mode. So I think you're talking just about like countdown timers and timers in Ecamm. And if that is what you're talking about, you can find them here in the overlays menu. There's a lot in the overlays menu. So please, if you're not a person that has looked in this recently, please take a look at this and see all the different options that are here, because there are a bunch of them. So you're going to scroll all the way down to new countdown overlay, and that's going to pull up. We'll hide Paul. No, just kidding. We'll hide both of us. Here we go. So in here, you have the option for a countdown for an amount of time. So like counting down to your show or counting down to, whatever it is. You can choose the duration. So I can make it 5 minutes, for example. You can choose the alignment, left align, center, or right align. Obviously the font, the color, all of that, any effects, whatever. This one's cool here because when the countdown is done, it automatically goes to the next scene, which is what we use for our countdown timer. So if that's not checked, then it just ends and it just sits on that scene. So you want it to go to the next scene. So this is the countdown timer, and you can have it auto start. But if you click on here, there's all these other different kinds of like timers and clocks. So you can just have a clock. So right now it's 3:13, 3:14, 3:15, 3:13, 17. And so that, you could certainly add that if you wanted to. There's a stopwatch, if we were working on something together and we were timing ourselves, we can do that. We can show milliseconds or not show milliseconds. There's a countdown to a particular date and time. I don't even know when I would use this, but you never know. Countdown. Maybe yeah, we're counting down to Creator Camp. You know what? I really should have used this now that I'm looking at it. This would have been really helpful. Countdown to a time every day, which I've also never used, but that's
And the
there.
neat thing with the countdown timers is you can make it invisible. So it's in the scene, but nobody sees it in the scene. So it's running in the background, hidden, and then it switches the scene. That's how a lot of people use it to
Yeah,
transition scenes.
so here's what we're gonna do, because Saeed is saying as a follow-up countdown there that they mentioned it can control timed switching between scenes. Yeah, so what I said here at the beginning. So if we go down to countdown for an amount of time, let's do like a really minimal amount of time. We'll do a minute. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna add this here into this scene. So this is a minute countdown. Let's put here so you can see it because the color's kind of white. So when this gets all the way down to actually now that I did that, let me just double check that I actually my thing's in my way. That I actually did it too. I did not. So I have to check, go to next scene when finished. All right, let me move these back here. So now when it counts all the way down to a minute, it's going to go to this next scene it's called comments. So, so we'll let that count down while it goes, but that's what they're doing, Saeed. And as Paul was saying, you can make those like, completely translucent. Is that the right word? Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, you can make them invisible. You can make the clock itself invisible so that no one sees it. So it would just automatically go to the next scene. And as Doc said, you can also, there's like a ton of organizational structure and systems that you can do to do timed folders and do all kinds of things. But that at its most basic, since we're promising to keep it an 8-year-old level, start with just here 5 seconds. So start with just counting down and then going to the next scene and then going, see, there we go. So we automatically went to the next scene. So you could certainly trigger like automatic transitions between scenes by using countdown timers. And you could get very nuanced by adding all kinds of countdown timers to scenes and scene folders and all kinds of stuff. Anna and Fulgens are really good at this. If you swing over to the building blocks playlist, they've done a ton of episodes all about that. So that is that at its most basic. I'm not going to get more advanced than that because we'll get squirreled.
He said I'm muted. Am I muted?
No, you're not muted.
Okay. Yes.
I hear you. Let us know if you don't hear Paul properly. Is there a Haidu Illumination project? Let us know your name. I'd love to be able to call you by name. Is there a way to mic check and audio check guests before bringing them on live? Yes. So you can use either. Right now we're using interview mode. That's this window back here. So Paul's joining through an interview link that is hidden because I'm in live demo mode, but a link that Paul joins, and he can join through any internet browser. Pop on. But you don't have to be live streaming or recording in order to be connecting with someone. So it's similar to a Zoom or a meeting or what have you. So Paul and I could do an entire tech check. I can check his audio. We can record like a quick recorded video and listen back to it to see if everything sounds and looks good. We can make any adjustments and then go live, right? And then start our official recording. Luis has a good pro tip. I'm going to steal Luis's new pro tip that he uses all the time now in our show, The Flow. So we jump on early, we chat, we hang out, and Luis is checking all of our audio levels and going through all of our scenes to make sure everything looks good. And then at the end of that, once we're all ready to go, we all hold up a hand, right? And so that's a visual cue for Luis when he's looking at the final files later to edit. That's the point onwards where everything should be synced up, sounds great, looks great, ready to go, so that he can edit from there. So,
And I
yeah, go ahead, Paul.
encourage, like if you were, when you do your tech check, to do a short little recording, either on your computer or
Mm-hmm.
an unlisted YouTube, whatever, and then go back and listen to it, because Valerie and I have found on several occasions where everything sounded fine to us,
Mm-hmm.
but when we did the recording, something was off,
Mm-hmm.
and the sound wasn't right, or we had a problem that we had to sort out. So
Yeah.
sometimes you will hear yourself and everything sounds fine, but I would suggest doing the local recording and just really short, have everybody say a little bit, and then go back and listen to it and make sure that it's sounding okay, because sometimes you'll catch volume problems, volume levels and other stuff that you might not have caught when you were just talking to each other.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right. Stuart's hanging out with us. Hey to Stuart. Is there
Hey,
a
Stuart.
shortcut for hide all overlays? I'm sure there must be, but I can't find it. And I use a lot of overlays in certain scenes. I actually don't know if there is. I wonder if.
There isn't one to turn them all. I mean, if you stuck them in a folder,
Oh,
and controlled them
yeah.
from there, you could turn the folder off and it would get rid of everything. But there's no fell swoop command that like turns off every single
Oh,
overlay
yeah.
that you have.
There I go. See, there's me gone. And that so if you can see here on the right, I know I'm in the left. Sorry, I know it's probably a little bit small, but this folder that Martin created for us, all these graphics. So thanks to Martin. But this includes my name down here and my camera. So when I hide this one, it hides everything. So yeah, if you're good, I'm terrible at this. I will be the first to admit it's been on my list for a while and I have not yet gotten to it. But I am really bad for file organization within Ecamm. I don't use a lot of folders at all personally. I also tend to have pretty simple run of show. So like I this is like as crazy as I get, and because Martin built these all for me, this is like way more scenes than I would ever normally have. Usually I have like 4 and that's it. And they're like very simple, basic, because I don't want to I don't want to think about it too much, and nothing that I'm doing it needs to have all that stuff, so I don't add it. But if you are not, if you're more like Martin, then you need to get really good at this organizational structure. And yeah, it looks like you can turn them all off in a folder. Doc might be able to correct me though if there's
Yeah, he came back and said no, there wasn't either. The
oh,
other
okay.
thing that Katie just showed you
Yeah,
was a
Paul's quick.
really cool organizational thing, because she has a folder called Katie, or host,
Host, yeah.
whichever. Inside that folder is all of her camera overlays, her overlay for the name, everything associated with that little square that Katie is in that folder.
Mm,
So if Katie turns that folder off,
yeah.
everything goes
Bye,
away.
Paul.
Her picture, the borders, her name, everything.
Yeah.
So it makes it really easy to be able to do different things, because she
Okay.
could get rid of me and then replace it with a box with comments and
Mm-hmm.
turn that on, without having to necessarily move scenes or something, or be able to make quick changes. If she had a third guest, she could have a box with the new guest in. She could turn one box off and turn the other box on and bring the other guests in. So it's a really, really cool organizational way that a lot of people don't stop to think about.
Yep. Yep. And Doc, yeah, Doc is right. Start simple and grow
It's
fancy if you
simple.
need to. Yep,
Yep.
absolutely. Yep, up your folder game. Me too, by the way,
Yep.
Stuart. I'm not.
Figure
Um,
out the basics and then start,
yeah,
start doing new stuff. But you
yeah,
gotta you gotta know how to walk before you can run a race.
absolutely. Absolutely. All right, let me jump out of live demo mode here. I like this view best. Yeah, I'm the kind of person that I feel like if you add everything, you're also adding a bunch of opportunity for things to get broken or go wrong. And I'm constantly, because I'm such a Virgo. I'm constantly like reorganizing things on like my desktop, for example. And so like I will inadvertently move a file that's connected to something in Ecamm and break something. And so it's again the importance of tech checks and running through your scenes beforehand. And also
And
do you really need all of those things? And you might, maybe what you're doing, it might make a ton of sense, but you might not.
Doc
So,
kind of mentioned this too. And one of the things you need to look at is if you're adding something or doing some fancy or, are you doing that for you
hmm
because you want to look cooler? Are you doing that for your audience
yes.
because it's going to help emphasize the point or cause a brief pattern disruption or something like that?
Yeah.
So those are good questions to ask. I have talked about this many times. When I first started playing with FileMaker Pro, I bought this package that had all of these translations or
Transitions. Yeah.
transitions in it. And the first one of the videos my first videos I made, I probably had 20 different transitions. Every time I switched scenes, did different something, it did a different transition.
Yeah.
And it was like, I look at it now and I want to cringe. And I was showing it to somebody after I did it, and I thought I was really cool and all this stuff. And they were like going, no, 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 no. So it's like I never posted that one, but it was like, I still have it to look at as what I did wrong. But yeah,
Yeah.
just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Stuart's better than me. Stuart actually knows where everything is. I don't know where everything is. I'm always like, I'm gonna put that over in this folder. I'm gonna put that over in this folder. Make your scenes blink. Yeah, like a '90s website. I know. I'm taking it old school. Saeed and I are on the same page. Well, I want to swing over just because we always try to remind everyone on these streams where to find things in case you are new or you want to dive deeper. We do actually have a full manual. This is Paul's favorite thing. You can read every single aspect of Ecamm and how to do all of the things in this like step-by-step full manual. And you can get here by going to learn.ecamm.com, learn.ecamm.com. And if we come, oh, it's always one of these. There we go. If I edit this widget, I can come over here and go support.ecamm.com, and that will reload it. This is our support knowledge base. So this is all the different articles and videos and everything that you need to know, and you can actually search this. So if I toggle this on, you can come up here and you can ask about widgets. So what are widgets? And so you can actually go through, click here, you'll see Doc's awesome serious face doc. We'll explain it to you all about web widgets and all the details of how you can use them, where to find them, how they work, etc. So if you want to learn more or you have a question, this is a great starting place to come to learn all of the information, and we're try to update it as often as we can. And then if you want to hang out with us, which many of you know this already, but if you swing over to ecamm.com/community, you'll hit this page. So right now it's November and we're a week away from big seasonal end of year sales and promotions and craziness and surprises and all kinds of stuff. So if you haven't signed up for our emails, now's a really good time. Now's a really good time to do this. So yeah, jump on over ecamm.com/community. There's never been a better time to give us your email. So sign up. We send a weekly newsletter that just lets you know what's happening in and around Ecamm. Or you can just ask to get only the big fancy announcement stuff. Totally up to you. But knowing what's going on is not a bad idea, especially as we're getting into big, exciting things happening at the end of the year. So go
There's no
here.
hint in this statement at all.
Big, exciting things happening. And then obviously you can also find our Facebook group and our Discord server, how to be a beta tester. There's some really cool, I can't yet mention the details of this, but Doc and Paul and some of us were testing and playing with some cool features that Ken and Glenn are developing. So those go into beta first, and you don't have to be, you don't have to be anyone fancy to play with the beta. You can just be you. You can be you and you can see the cool features and contribute to them and give us feedback before they roll out to everyone. So it's a great space to be in. Same for
The beta is
affiliates.
a separate the beta is a separate application, so you can
Mm-hmm.
run the mainstream, the one that's the public version,
Mm-hmm.
and then you quit that and you start up the beta one, and you can use the beta one. So you can have both reside on your computer without any problems. You just can't run them both at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No GeoCity streams. No GeoCity streams. I had an Angel Fire site back in the day that I was really proud of. I did a really good job with that Angel Fire site. I still wish I had that. I loved an Angel Fire site. I don't know if I ever had GeoCities. Maybe. Maybe not. Which makes me think about affiliates. So if you want to become an Ecamm affiliate, you can always sign up. That's affiliates.ecamm.com. And if you want to log in, it's affiliates.ecamm.com/login. That will let you get into your dashboard. And again, like it's end of November, so there's never been a better time to be an affiliate. There's never been a better time to share all of the cool, exciting stuff and surprises and sales and all these things. So sign
If
up.
you use
Yeah.
Ecamm, you should be an affiliate, because if you talk to somebody and they kind of like the idea of buying
Hmm.
or getting Ecamm, wouldn't you prefer to get 30% off what they're paying
Yeah.
uh, in your pocket?
Yeah.
It comes in handy.
Yeah. Yeah. For serious. For serious. Uh-oh. Saeed's not impressed with us. What did we say, Saeed? Oh, look at this. One sec. Boop, 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 boop. Things are getting crazy over here. Things are getting crazy. All right, there we go. All right, back to my main display. I'm messing with comments. Oh, hey, Mariana's here again. Thanks so much for hanging out
Hey,
with us today. I love it. You can be a lurker. You can hide on the sidelines, but this is the most casual out of all of our shows. I don't even know if this counts
yes,
as a show. This is just us hanging out. So this is a great time to ask whatever question. You can ask like all kinds of like you can ask Paul where Maestro is right now. Is he happy? Has he had his dinner, lunch, breakfast?
yes.
Wait, he's lunchtime. Lunchtime.
He had his lunch and now he's taking his afternoon nap in the sun.
Perfect. Jealous. It's becoming dark here because it's 3:30 Eastern, so it's like basically midnight. It's gonna get dark soon, and it's cold.
Yeah,
And
we're about ready to get hit with a whole week of rain. I guess in
oh
the Pacific
no,
Northwest,
I mean
up where
good.
Jeremy lives,
Yeah, but
they had a really bad storm last night. He's
mm.
lost power,
Oh
and
gosh.
they're estimating that they might get it back by tomorrow morning.
Mm-hmm.
So, they got hit really hard. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we're supposed to get probably what they're referring to is probably a month of rain in a matter of a few days. So
Good grief. Oh, Joel asked for it. All right, I'm gonna tell about mushrooms and roosters. Okay, well, what do I have? I got a new mushroom light.
cool.
You can't really tell though if it's lit up or not, but I got a new mushroom light. I liked I'm in my like fairy witch cottage core era, so I went with a wallpaper. It's peel and stick, so I can like remove it at any point I want. And I've been spending the time like updating and adding stuff behind this rooster. Oh, I'm gonna break all the stuff. This rooster. Let me move my. It was made by a boss of mine a couple jobs ago, and it has all my back when I worked in social media. It has all these. It's like a word cloud. It's a rooster word cloud, which I just think is lovely. It makes me happy. You should always have things in your world that just make you happy, and I'm fully embracing that now. That's where I'm at.
You should have a chicken cam, a
I
chicken
sh-
coop cam.
You know what's embarrassing? I do. I actually have like two cameras, an outside coop cam and an inside coop cam on them at all times. I could probably even turn it on and show you, but I don't have it synced up with Ecamm because I use it's Blink, Amazon Blink cameras that are on them. I probably could figure it out. That's a good point. It's real dirty in there right now though, so maybe we don't want to take a look at my I'll see if I can I'll see if I can share it. But yeah, hilarious.
I
Yeah,
was
see,
quite
Saeed's
impressed
got
with the
Funko
chickens
Pops.
when
Which
I
ones do
was
you
there,
want?
and it was like I came over by the chicken coop, and they all came over to, like, kind of see me and were congregating around looking at me and all this stuff. It's like,
Yeah, like, "Who's this
they were
guy?"
fun. I like the big fuzzy
"Who's
one, the
this
one
guy?"
that's, like, furry, fluffy, whatever you wanna go.
Oh, yeah, I have 3 of them that they're called Silkies, and I'm gonna see if the camera loads. Blink technology is not awesome, so sometimes it loads and sometimes it doesn't, but, um oh, let me mute it. I don't know, can you see them? Wait, here's the
Yep.
chickens. They're hanging out. Let's see. There, lots of chickens. Here's the chicken cam. But you're right, I should figure out how to sync it up so I can just show it. You know what we could do? The power of Ecamm. Let's play. What the heck? Someone asked a question, so hey, why not? I'm gonna go over here in a live demo mode. I have my camera, my iPhone. Oh yeah, this is where I always screw up. I don't know if I have a cable.
Yeah, I mean, that's the fun thing with Ecamm. You can bring cameras in, you can do all kinds of cool little stuff and,
Yeah,
you
let's
know,
see.
kinda add your personality to your streams. And
Let's see. Yeah.
if you look at Laura's, when she does her stream, she has the Abby cam. So and Abby usually is asleep, but she has a cam on Abby that she goes to. I'm working on doing something like that with Maestro, but, just to kind of throw something in occasionally and, kind of let them see, you know, what things that are a part of you,
Yeah,
your
absolutely.
personality and stuff.
I have it connected,
Yes, Joel
source.
says a coop cam. Yep.
A coop cam. Yeah, try my iPhone camera, but not my phone itself. Hmm. Manage ad. Interesting. Oh, I might have to figure out how to do that.
We'll have to play one day.
I'll have to play one day. Which Stuart, so you've got an ob spot on your list. Which one are you thinking about? They've got some really good sales coming up.
Yep.
Oh. Ha. You know what? If you push the buttons often enough, things gonna get dicey. Are you connecting a pair of headphones? Let's see. Let's see. All right. So if I do a camera overlay, that is my phone. Feel free to keep asking questions while I screw all this up. All right, here we go. Here we go. We're putting a mini. Oh, look, I have a mini one down here too. I'm duplicating myself. Um, let's move just this one off. All right. All right, here we go. Here we go over here. We're going to go to the blink camera. I muted. What happens when I do this? Oh, they're all inside. We're
Well, at
making
least now you know
magic.
how to do it.
We're making magic happen and they're all inside. What if we make it just a wide?
Will it shift if you turn it sideways?
Oh, there's one there.
There you go.
See him? There we go. She's like, what is going on? What is happening? All right. Well, we can have my chickens hang out in tiny mode at the, at the
He's
bottom.
like, "Mom, I'm ready for my close-up."
And everyone else is like, Katie, you're doing it wrong. So you're supposed to be doing it. Yeah, the bantams are boxing weight. Yeah. Yeah, they're tiny. Yeah, Coop Cam. Meister needs an agent. Yeah, Meister does need an agent. Yeah, see, I don't know if I could do a 24-hour stream. Mine times out. Yeah, see it timed out at the bottom there, but yeah, you never know. It needs to be regular. Yeah, so I have chickens. Glenn has quail and Ken has ducks. So we're in a weird. We need Doc and Caleb and Paul to all get some kind of weird birds.
Cam has gone to the birds.
It's gone to the birds. Yeah, it's gone to the birds. Yeah, this is fun. So it is interesting. I can play around with it. I always kind of forget that I have that as a functionality.
Yeah, I mean, I find it amazing. I mean, there are channels that they're just pictures of people sleeping. They're just, and you know, or they're looking at, like a city thing or, or animals or stuff like that. And, you know, they get tens of thousands of views. It's like, I mean, I know a channel that has gotten the platinum plaque, and that's all they do. They have 100,000 subscribers, and they don't do anything but show this group of animals playing around.
Oh
So,
my gosh, I love it. You can't yet control and move the cameras. So I also don't have here in this space any of the PTZ cameras, so any of the pan tilt zoom cameras. The ob spot that I have right now is this one up here. My main camera is the Meet, so it's actually one of the few in that that don't. But I did just get. Actually, I can show you. Don't again. Doc will be angry at me. All right, let me go out of out of live demo mode. I'm very Canadian. I just assume everyone's angry at me. But if I do a camera overlay and then I do my phone camera. All right, so over here, I did just get that's an overhead mount. So I can put my phone in there. It's got a little ring light, and I can literally just like pull it over my desk, so that I can do overhead recordings for some of I do Amazon droppable videos, but if you want like an overhead shot, when I'm setting that up, I literally just like pull that into the scene. I have my camera there with an overhead shot, and then I can switch between my main camera and that, or do it side by side, even if I want to do any kind of product review. But I don't need the zoom in and zoom out functionality for what I do. Yes. So I don't own a Taylor, but Ecamm does, and Glenn's been testing with it, so it's in the office.
Taylor is cool. That's one of the things
Mm.
I'm working on putting up above me. I just got to get a bar to
Yeah.
mount it to.
Well, I got this thing for, I think it was like $30-ish on Amazon, and it serves the exact purpose I want. It's like small, cheap. I push it out of the way. It has a little light. It holds my phone. so and then in the office, Doc set up like a way better cooler system for me. So when I'm there, I can do cool stuff. Keep up with the Catarsians, like Big Brother, but with cats. Hey to Matt. Hello to all of our Canadians. I love it. I'm just scrolling through. Can you zoom in and out? So yes. Okay. So let me show that. So you can. Yes. I should just stay on live demo mode. I'm always worried it looks too busy for people, but I think I'm overthinking it. All right. So if I come. Okay, here. So if I come down here, see this camera switcher, and I click on the little magic wand, that opens the camera effects. So this is me, my camera. I can click here. Oh, I got to unlock my scene. I can click here, and then I can zoom. I can zoom way in, and I can zoom way out, all the way in, and then I can reposition. So you could set up like a bunch of different shots. So I could go, if I come over now to here, I'm zoomed back out. I'm zoomed way in. Zoomed out. Can be really crazy. But yeah, you can definitely zoom. You can zoom in and out that way. So Ecamm has a bunch of different camera settings. So you can apply a green or a blue screen. You can do that kind of stuff. There's a zoom, and then there's some picture settings too. So I can control, my brightness, my temperature. I can control my tint. Oh, it looks like my gamma is way up. I wonder if that's what was messing with my. And I
Could
can
be.
apply
I just
LUTs.
mentioned that. Yeah.
I could mirror myself.
She
I
she can make me look really old, turn me into sepia, or black and white, take me way back.
All right, yeah, here, let's go over. We can make Paul CPN black and white. You're hanging out with old time talk.
I'm a tin type.
Yeah. Yeah, Matt's I saw one of Matt's Amazon videos, and your Amazon setup was really cool. So I love what you've been doing. Oh, this is a great question. You all with your awesome questions. So yeah, so to put comments on screen, you can just click the little broadcast to add and to remove. click to add, click to remove, or you can just drag them in. And if you drag them in, then you can actually like have more than one on screen at once. So that's kind of fun. And then obviously if you come over here to the, I shouldn't say obviously, non-obviously, if you come up here over here to the little pencil that's on the side of them, you can edit the font of them, you can change the background, you can do like a whole bunch of stuff. So there's a lot of control there. Yeah, I know. Hidden feature. You can just drag them in. And the cool thing about dragging them in is, again, that you can add more than one. Because otherwise you'd have to, if you just click, it only adds the one. And
They
if you
have the
come
timer
over,
turned on, they'll go away after a period of time.
yeah, if you over in preferences, this is like a ton of stuff all at once at you. See when my windows get crazy. If you go over here to preferences, let me shift this down over here. I never remember exactly where it is. Stream? No. Account? No. Oh, here. So here at the bottom in the general section of the preferences, you can automatically hide your comment overlays. I have mine set to 20 seconds so that they disappear after 20 seconds, but you can check that on or off or change that time if you want to. But they're pretty versatile. Yeah, as Doc is saying, not everyone knows that, Doc, but yeah, if
Yeah,
it works on a Mac, it works in Ecamm. So if whether
yeah.
that's drag and drop or whatever other feature.
And that's something that a lot of people coming over from a PC, or if you're brand new to a Mac, you don't you don't know that you can drag stuff and drop it onto the screen from folders and all kinds of other stuff. And that's just kind of an inherent thing that's been Mac since the beginning of time. So that works with everything. If an app is truly a Mac app, you can drag something into it and it will work fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, Matt uses 15
Yeah,
seconds.
it's
Yeah.
whatever works for you.
Sometimes it's like too long or too short, and I'm like, ah, shoot, like where did that comment go? I need it back. You can also, I don't know, and these are just fun features, but you can star comments, and then that adds them here into the favorites section, and you can also search comments. So
It's our
like
Q
Mac,
colon.
right? Yeah, or our Q colon, right? So that I can only see questions that come in. So there's a bunch of functionality in and you can add comments in if you are streaming through YouTube, in Facebook pages, I believe, are the two. The other ones don't let it, but you can for those.
I had somebody ask one time, it's like, why do you use the Q colon, not just a Q? And, in the search
There are
thing, if you search
keywords.
for a Q, you're going to find everything. If somebody types the word questions, or, anything with a
Quick
Q in it,
or
you're going to
yeah.
find it. Yep. If you type a Q colon, it's going to filter out a lot more. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why we use a Q colon.
Mm-hmm. We just like to be bossy. That's why
Yes.
we do it. To be bossy. Awesome. These are some good questions coming in. Sometimes I forget to
Yes.
like have fun and play with the with some of these features. I've been on a kick. I haven't finished it yet, but I'm trying to catch and record sound effects to add into some of my shows, because I often just have like the basic sound effects, and there's some fun ones, so I'm trying to add more of those in, but I don't have them ready to go yet. A remove producer star comments.
He meant remote. I know that they have been looking at some remote producer kind of
Oh, remote. I was like, I can
feature,
remove them. Got it. sorry, Matt. To remote.
feature
Yes.
function.
Yes.
They've been looking at some stuff there, and playing around with some stuff. So I
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see that down the road. When 4.0 came out, one of the things that they had looked at doing was making the ability that, like, when a moderator or somebody removed a comment in the
Mm.
stream, that it would remove it. But then they ran to it, worked really great. But what we found out is there is this cycle that YouTube does or YouTube, Facebook, whomever does for polling.
Mm-hmm.
And if you didn't remove that comment extremely quickly, or if you just missed the polling point of when YouTube said, I'm going to grab and look at everything, it wouldn't go away. So then it kind of defeated the purpose, and it turned into a bigger headache because people were removing comments, but weren't getting removed in the stream. So they ended up pulling it because they couldn't get it to work, consistently the way it wanted to. But
Yeah.
um, we're still hoping someday.
All right, Stuart says they need to add Q colon in that tab at the top so we can add 3 tabs. But yeah, 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 yeah. There should just be like questions. It's so hard. I am definitely not a developer. It's like ideas you think are great sometimes can make things more complicated. So
Um,
it's tricky. But yeah, these are all good ideas. Certainly, I think they make a big difference. But yeah, everything hopefully is pretty intuitive. But there's also, again, like, I get comfy with trying things, like get comfy with just trying to drag things over or trying to, like, move things around. I didn't realize initially that this little camera switcher window, which of course you can't see right now, you can just drag those in, right? So like I just replace myself quickly and easily with guest two, and then I can put back if I want to, like, if I wanted to change camera, like everything drags and drops in, moves around. There's a lot of different options and functionality there. Ooh, we were going to talk about the giveaway. Let's circle. So I don't see any other questions, and we're getting to the end of the hour here. Let's jump here. Do a giveaway talk. So we're running a giveaway right now. 140,000 entries, which is bonkers to me, but good luck to everyone. That's not the amount of people that have entered. So if you're sitting here being like, well, I'm never going to win now, that's the level of enthusiasm from the people who have entered. But you can enter by swinging over to ecamm.tv/giveaway. And there's lots of ways to enter. It does, again, require you to sign up for our newsletter to start the entering process. So that's the only required entry option. And again, we're just doing that so that we can let you know about all the cool things that are happening at the end of this month, which is coming up quickly. So some freebies, some cool promotions, lots and lots of stuff. So Stuart's been working hard to get those extra points, I love it. I love it. Good. Yeah. It's gamification at its best, but it is a lot of fun. So we've been playing around. What we did this year, which I've really been enjoying, is playing around too with some of the secret words. So you can go and watch upcoming episodes of ENN on Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern, and they've been giving out secret words. You can also swing over to our Instagram because there's a video there that if you interact with that video, you get a secret word. So there's a couple of fun ways to get some bonuses, which has been really neat, I think. But yeah, please enter. We're
just,
giving away a brand new computer, so there's no downside to entering.
the M4 Mini, it competes with a studio. So
Yeah, it's not a small
actually, the
computer.
M4 Mini is actually faster than an M1 Studio.
Oh no, Brandy, the Instagram didn't work. All right, I'll go over and take a look. Interesting. Well, hang tight for a second. Since it didn't work, Brandy, we will unlock the secret word for you all here. Let me pull it up so I give it to you correctly. Let me hold, please. See, you know what? If I had like Jeopardy style music, this would be the time for it.
Once we give you the secret word, you need to understand that you're going to be locked in your house and you're going to have all your phones and computers and stuff taken away until the giveaway is over so that you can't share it with anybody.
No. I'm scrolling through. Hold on. It's coming. All right. So the secret word that was attached to the Instagram, so it should have auto sent it back. But if you didn't get it, and I will look to why, it is Ecamm, ECAMM 24 switch, SWITCH. All right, I'm gonna type it in here so that we can see it. So Ecamm 24 SWITCH. All right, that is the secret word. So that's a bonus secret word. It's a bonus secret word. Quickly get off screen. Bonus secret word for anyone that has hung out with us here today. So that one you can use on top of the ones that you've been getting on ENN. So hopefully that helps. But I will figure out what's going on. We are using a tool called Stampede Social to do some of the work on Instagram, and I have noticed that it doesn't, if you DM, it doesn't DM back. If you comment on the post, it will send you a DM back. So that might be it. Or it might be that you type the word in wrong, or spacing or no spacing. But I will double check to make sure it works. But in the meantime, that is it. Yeah. And Doc says, so this is the long giveaway link, but if you want to go to ecamm.tv/giveaway, that's how you'll swing on over there. All right. Last call for questions. Last call for questions. Going through. Is
And
there a
don't
new
forget to
code?
fill out
There are
the
lots
the
of
show
questions.
survey that are
Oh yeah.
circulating.
Let's put that back up. Let's put that back up. You know, my pinch never works out properly. I'm always like trying to pinch. here's the survey. We want to know.
Yes.
To
Fill it out.
points
It would be
make
very helpful.
prizes. Points make prizes. Yes, they do. They do. Yeah, let us know what you think. We really do. We care. Doc, always going above and beyond. Oh no, I made myself small in the act of doing it. It took me a moment to even notice. This is what happens. I unlocked my scenes. And that made me small. See how easy though it is to readjust. Look at that. I move this around. Martin is like having a fit, I'm sure, at my that's ridiculous. This overlay is locked. Just this one, huh? All right. I unlocked it. See, this is why I don't mess with these big layers of stuff, because then I'm not smart enough to know how to pull it back to where I need to be. You know who I am. I'll get rid of it. I'll get rid of Paul's too. We don't need to be. We don't need to be. Yeah, come here. You're right. I could have, but then I would have undid my QR code. I just worked so hard to get that to be the right size. It even works when I accidentally shrink myself. Let's try. All right. We'll go all the way back.
There's 19 people in this stream, but it would be wonderful if within 10 minutes after the stream I had 19 responses to the survey. You'd make my
There I
weekend,
am. Oh,
even though it
is my name in the right place? Preview mode's in the way. I can't see it. Oh, I did it. We did it. And the QR code's even
Yep.
bigger. Good job. More sepia tone for Paul. Sepia tone for Paul. More sepia tone for Paul. I agree. I agree. Where did Paul go? All sources. There he is. We can make him sepia tone. We can do that. We have the power. All right, we'll go out in sepia tone. I'll go out in
I
sepia
had a
tone.
great uncle that used to this dates back but he used to actually take 10 pictures. So,
Wow,
he had
that's
lots of
cool.
yeah.
I just totally changed my camo cam to sepia tone. There I am, live and in sepia tone. The show makes Doc relax. I feel like it's probably stressing you out. We're like, here's all the things that Doc says not to do publicly. Yay, thanks, Stuart, for doing this survey as you watch. I appreciate it. That's awesome. There you go, Matt. More sepia tone. Immediate feedback received and implemented. That's how we roll. I feel very I don't know, it's funny. Yeah, sepia tone. I don't know. It's not doing it for me, but I appreciate that you all like it. Oh, Doc.
I can see that there are 2 people working on surveys right now.
Yay. Wow, look at this. Paul can like live watch. That's probably a little bit big. Awesome. All right. Well, we are not getting any more questions, so we will wrap and get back to all the behind the scenes stuff. But thanks for hanging out with us. And I guess we'll see you. We'll have to arrange a pre end of year episode of Office Hours. We got to get away from that Christmas break because I'm on my way out of town that week of Christmas, so we'll have to do it earlier than that.
Maybe we have an alcohol uh,
Cheers.
office hours
Office
drink.
hours cheers. All right, I like it. An office hours cheers. You know what? I've been scared to try, and so I should say out loud so that everyone forces me to do it. We should do an office hours with a Zoom room so we can pull people on and off and we can push all the buttons and play with all that. So I'm going to commit to that for December. Everyone hold me to it. Paul will schedule it. We can all bring our drinkies, so we should do it in the afternoon, evening for most of you. I guess technically early for Doc, but Doc can pretend. That'd be fun. I love that. I think that's great. Awesome. Well, if we missed your question or if you're jumping on a replay later, you can always find us. You can email us marketing@ecamm.com. We reply back to that all the time. You can find us in the community spaces, which you can get to by going ecamm.com/community. And you can enter our giveaway, ecamm.tv/giveaway, and then fill out the survey and let us know what you think. Otherwise, we'll be back again next month. Same bat time, same bat channel, but with drinks. Bye, everyone. Let me find my wrap screen. Wait. No, I don't have one. We're just going to say bye.
Have a great Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. We'll see you next time.